Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I have another watch me work video, and this video is over a beautiful set of nails. You can see it's holographic, tons of bling, very detailed bling, glitter, some cuticle, cuff bling, just really the works. It's such a cute set, kind of looks opalescent. So these are my client's natural nails. She was a new client to me, so as her nails were, she hasn't been coming to me for any amount of time. This is my first time seeing her, so any of the inconsistencies, the rings in her nails, are not of my doing. My client also has some hyperpigmentation on her nail, or some dark spots. So just to let y'all know, she knows, she's aware. To all y'all part-time doctors, she's okay. So I'm using the skiver bit to remove the dead skin from the nail plate. I'm holding this as flush to the nail as possible so we don't create any more dents or rings, and just removing all of that skin that has grown attached to the nail plate. And I'm going over the totality of the nail with a hand file or the crosscut bit just to remove shine. And that's all I did to prep these nails. So we want to remove the shine from the surface and the dead skin that's grown on, which is the cuticle. So I just sprayed alcohol, dusted it off, and now we're getting ready to go into application. So I'm using Cosmetic Pink from Light Elegance, this Angel Glitter from Wildflowers Nails, and I'm just going to mix them together and get this beautiful shimmery color. The Angel Glitter, it's what a lot of people call a clear holographic, in a sense that it reflects all the colors, but you can mix it with so many different things to get that effect. So I'm just kind of eyeballing it. Actually, I'm just using a form. I couldn't find my tile to mix on. I'm just working with what I have, and I'm just, like I said, eyeballing it. You can see I'm kind of smoothing it out, lifting it up. You don't want to stir vigorously because that can cause air bubbles. So I cleansed her nails. You didn't see it off camera. I cleansed her nails with acetone just to make sure they're dehydrated and ready for our clear rubber base. Our clear rubber base is going to act as our base today. There is no primer. We just cleanse with acetone, as I said, and going straight into this product and going to cure for the recommended time. I absolutely love the rubber base, and as you may know, I use it with acrylic also, even though today we're doing a builder gel overlay. So I apologize that it gets blurry sometimes. It's kind of hard for me to tell in the middle of recording because I'm actually working, so a lot of times I may not notice. So excuse that when it does get blurry. So I'm just polishing this on as close as possible and curing it. Next, I'm going in with that color that we mixed up. I'm going to kind of build this up slowly. Builder gel, the thicker you have it on the nail, the more you build it up, the hotter the heat spike can be. So I'm kind of going to build these nails in 2 separate layers so that it doesn't get too hot, and I want to make sure we have good coverage also because of the hyperpigmentation that I mentioned, the dark spots. We want to make sure those are covered up. So you can kind of see I'm just brushing this product on, getting as close as possible. Builder gel, y'all, if you've watched my videos before with builder gel, I always praise it. I think it's a very, very easy product to use. A lot of people are intimidated by it. I feel like if you're a beginner, it's a much easier product to use because it really does a lot of work itself with the self-leveling. It's very easy to file because it's softer. It's great for overlays. It's a very good product. So if you're a nail tech starting out or thinking about doing nails, please don't be intimidated by builder gel. I promise you it'll be a friend to you. And I've heard many of you guys' comment that say, you know, I tried builder gel because of you and I absolutely love it. That's my thing now, you know, something along those lines. So people are out there trusting me, so you should too. And just get you some builder gel to try. Even if you're not licensed, IBD is a a very decent brand that you can buy from a lot of suppliers without a license. But definitely, kind of dip your toes into there. I have plenty of videos with builder gel. So you can see I'm just building up this product. Another great thing with builder gel, as I said, it files so easily. So if you do have inconsistencies, they're really easy to remedy. So I'm just applying a thin layer of the product, basically a slip layer like I usually do. And I'm taking a little more product, as you see, and I am covering the nail, kind of walking it down. This application is not the best, the most satisfying. I'm just trying to get the product on there quickly and get enough coverage.
The guild. The guild.
So I applied a layer of the gel to all of the nails, and then I'm going back in and basically doing a second coat again for coverage. So you can see I'm kind of doing a slip layer, and then I'm going to add a little more product, make sure my apex is where I want it to be, make sure we have a good consistency on the nails. It's not super thin in some areas and all that. So I'm building the second layer for coverage and for the actual structure of the nail. And of course I'm curing in between layers, but when you're doing a slip layer, you do not cure between the slip layer and building the nail. So after they're all cured, I wipe them off. I did the actual shaping off camera, as I normally do. Don't be mad at me. It's just hard to record. I get it every blue moon. And so I'm using the crosscut bit to finish file the nail. This is really the only bit you need. It's kind of like a sanding band, but it's metal or carbide, and it can be used on the natural nail at low and slow speeds. It can also be used to, shape product. It's one of my favorite bits. I could do everything with just this bit only, and it would be just fine. So the crosscut bit, Atwood Industry, is one of my favorites. So with using this bit in builder gel, because I told you builder gel is pretty soft and easy to file, we don't have to use a lot of pressure. And also, this is the only bit we need to use. This is going to smooth and finish file our nail. Also, it's going to leave a texture on the nail that's ready for, top coat or polish application, a nice texture. So after I filed, I dusted them off, and I'm using some protein bond on the nail from YoungNails. I use that. You can see how pretty this color looks. I use that so that our products or top coat can adhere to the nail and not pull away. We're going in with crystals. It's just basically kind of like a adhesion promoter. I love Protein Bond. So you can see these are the crystals I'm using today. We have a very good variety of stones: vintage rose, silk shimmer, crystal AB unfoiled, white opal, just some colors me and my client went through and picked out, just a good variety. So I'm using the Stay Put jelly in a tube from Daily Charm. You can use Tabitha for a discount when purchasing. Absolutely love this product. Now, I had another color, a white opal, is unfoiled on the back, and I decided I didn't like it, so kicked those to the curb and just used the regular opal. So they're the same color, the ones I just kicked off in this one, except this one that I'm putting on has a metal backing. The other one did not. When you're using stones that are unfoiled, I find it best to use a gel to adhere the crystals to the nail. Because there is no metallic backing, it's just basically crystal. It's hard for the any resin or glue to adhere to it very well. Trust me from experience. I've had a client lose a whole bling nail. Never had that happen. I had other clients lose like little crystal designs, and it was all AB unfoiled, and I was like, oh, there's something with the crystal, because I was doing the same application. So when I started using gel to adhere crystals, I found that it worked better because you're basically sinking the stone into the gel, and the gel's curing around the lip of the stone, instead of having the actual adhesion of resin to the stone, which I am no scientist, but it doesn't seem to work well. So if you're using unfoiled crystals, I recommend using gel, the long story short. So I'm just going in. I'm using micro beads. These are rose gold, and I believe I got these from Ocean Nail Supply, maybe Nail Supply Glamour. You can also get them from Amazon. They're always fairly cheap. Again, they're micro beads. Some people call them bullion beads, caviar beads, whatever you want to call them. They also come in different sizes. So if you could find like a little variety pack with different sizes of the beads, that'll probably suit you well. So I don't even think I had much of an inspiration picture. We had some stuff we looked at, me and my client, but she basically told me I could do whatever. So this is what I came up with. There's not often that I just, go with the flow and freestyle. I know a lot of nail techs may like that. And in a way, I do like to, freestyle with my air quotes, but I like to know the client's style. I want to freestyle from your style. So, some people are like, oh, you could do whatever. And it's like, really? Really? I mean, what if I wanted to, draw Buzz Lightyear on your nails? Do you really want that? No. You want me to freestyle in the realm of like nudes with bling. So that's why, I gotta have some type of path, because I'm not gonna draw Buzz Lightyear on nobody's nails, but I'm just saying, as an example, it can go real left and far away from your personal style. So she kind of told me what she likes, and then I freestyled from that point and made decisions based on, some pictures she showed me and what she told me that she liked. So I'm just going with my tool and using the back and applying that Stay Put jelly in areas that I need to add things. And once I get it how I like it, get it straight, I go ahead and cure it in the light for the recommended time. So that's all I'm doing at this point, is just applying bling. So that's all I'm going to do for now. using the foil transfer gel from Daily Charm. Again, you can use code TABITHA for a discount. And I'm applying a thin layer to the remaining nails with no crystals. And I also end up applying it to her other hand that we're just doing the cuticle cuffs. I'm using a holographic, kind of a clear holographic foil, and just randomly applying that over the nail. And then I'm using the 5-in-1 Strengthen Gel from Daily Charm. I'm sorry I didn't get a still of that to show you guys. But again, it's the 5-in-1 Strengthen Gel from Daily Charm. And I'm just applying that over the nail. It helps kind of seal in that foil. Foil can chip very easily. So I just applied the Strengthen Gel, cured that in the light, and used my regular gel top coat. I've been using one lately. But you can use whatever favorite one that you have. I've been testing one out. If you've seen a lot of my videos lately, that's my story. There is a lot that I like. I like the Joya Mia one. I like the one I'm using now. So, stay tuned to know what that is in the future. So I'm using the Seal It Up Gel from Daily Charm. Again, use code TABITHA if you want to get it. It's a no wipe gel. And I go over my bouillon beads, never over the crystals. Never put top coat, gel, or glue over your crystals. So I'm just sealing around the stones and over the beads. And that helps keep them where they don't snag on a lot of things, the beads and the crystals, but it also protects the color of the beads. So after I use the Seal It Up Gel, I go ahead and cure in the lamp. And after that's cured, I go ahead and top coat the nail. Again, around the stones. You can even apply this over the beads again, just to make sure they're really covered and sealed in. And then that's the end to these bling nails. I'm just going in between. You can use a little detail brush if you need to get into tiny spaces. I just used the brush this time. The spaces were kind of big enough for me to go in between them and everything. So went ahead and cured that in the light. So I moved on to the next hand. Again, I'm applying that foil gel. Go ahead and cure that in the light again. And I'm using the clear holographic foil and just applying that kind of haphazardly over the nails. And again, going to go in with our 5-in-1 Strengthen Gel to seal it in. And then after I cure this gel, I'm going to wipe off the tacky layer because it does leave a tacky layer, because we're going to go in with our crystal application. I don't want to work over an inhibition layer when I'm doing crystal work of any sort. So we want to go ahead and get that out of here. So and the foil, you can find that on Amazon. I'll try to leave a link below where you can get kind of a pack of those clear holographic type foils. Gives it this beautiful like opal effect. I just really like how it looks over the nails. So again, I'm going in with the Stay Put Jelly in a Tube from Daily Charm. When you're using crystal gel, no matter the brand, I've said this before, you want to make sure you have a good amount in excess, because we're looking to sink the beads or stones in the gel, not cover the stone with gel, because if you're paying attention, I said we never cover our stones in gel, top coat, anything like that. But the very edge we want to sink into the gel. That's going to give us our hold. When that gel cures around the edge, I say it all the time, it's like a prong set diamond. We're holding the edge of the stone in, physically holding it with the gel. So you want to make sure the lip of the stone or the beads is covered in gel. You can sink the micro beads in the gel real deep. They're not sparkly or anything like that, and it's probably actually better. Micro beads, they do not work well when you're using just resin or glue. It's not thick enough or enough product to really hold them in very well. So if you're going to be using a lot of micro beads, which kind of looks like this, makes it real detailed and real jewelry like, vintage, I definitely recommend getting you a nice crystal gel. And the Daily Charm one has been working very well to me. There's others I've tried in the past, but this one is working well. So we did 2 different hands, as you can see, one with all cuffs. Again, another freestyle. I decided I want to do 2 different hands, but something you know, elegant on both, make them kind of tie in together, but also fairly, you know, simple, elegant, pretty. Alright, you guys, so that's our final look. I absolutely love these nails. There's something about them that's kind of simple, even though they have all this different bling and beadwork. It's just the color scheme, the slight glitter, the little bit of the foil giving it those little opalescent holographic looks. It's a beautiful set of nails to me, and you know, these are her natural nails. It's an overlay. If you enjoyed this video, learned anything, or it just want to help support, go ahead and leave a thumbs up. I really appreciate you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, of course. Look in the description bar to check out, you know, some of my favorite products, coupon codes, links, things like that. All right, you guys, thank you for watching. Bye.